Hi guys. Once again, I want to thank all those who have joined the International Healthcare Opportunities Hub. For a while, I've been appearing too serious and too formal, so I decided to freestyle a bit today and come on a hoodie and a t-shirt because I want to talk something a bit light. Let's keep it simple a bit. Sometimes when you're trying to share something new that people have not heard about before, it's understandable that they are skeptical. It's understandable that they hesitate to commit and all that. But you need to put it in perspective so that you will understand whether the risk is worth the benefit or the potential benefit. Okay? So in medicine, there's something we call risk-benefit ratio. Okay? So you want to give a patient a drug that has side effects, but the benefits of giving the patient the drug outweighs the discomfort he's going to have from the side effects of the same drug. So you give it to the patient, and the patient is happy and he says thank you, and he goes home, all the nausea, vomiting, headache, whatever, even some very terrible ones like anti-cancer drugs can even cause cancer. Radiotherapy can even cause cancer. But we still give it to people because they know that the benefit is more than the risk. But when it comes to our lives as doctors, your own life, your future, your destiny, you don't bring that same intellectual capacity to it. You allow yourself to process real life events like a pedestrian, like a commoner. You see, one of the benefits for me of selling to doctors, it's a pro and it's a con in itself, is that you guys are very highly intellectual, doctors and nurses, and that's why I actually have you guys as my best customers. Remember, I deal with a lot of people, not just healthcare workers. I deal with construction workers. I deal with people in all sorts of field. I do regular visas for the company, all of these things. So I get to meet people across all walks of life. Till tomorrow, doctors are still my best clients. We are one family. You cannot break me away from you. So we will always be a family, okay? And you are my best clients because I can relate at that intellectual level, and I often can explain things in detail. I can hope that you would understand the logic behind every product that I'm selling to you. So I rarely need to deploy any unusual marketing techniques and theatrics to sell to you. I often believe that if I laid all the information bare to you, that you had what it takes to absorb it, process it, analyze it, and in good faith decide if it is worth it or not. And so I often give doctors so much information about the products I'm selling to them. But over time, I've come to realize that if the doctor has to part with his money, he doesn't think logically again, like he would have thought when he's trying to save the life of his patient. We allow base instincts to cloud our judgment, and we don't bring that logic back in. And so when you keep it simple and discuss like family members, they hesitate. But when you pull out marketing stunts, they fall for it still. And even though you're selling something that is legit, something that is real, you have no plans to, steal from or defraud or anything, they still force you to adopt marketing techniques that you would erstwhile be using for less educated people. Now let's bring it to logic now. I'm hoping you're going to get this. Currently, the very common pathways for Nigerian doctors is Australia, UK, US, Canada, Saudi, Oman. Okay, I've been in this space for a while, and that's the most popular ones as of today. There are others, but they are on the fringe and they are on the side. So let's take them one by one and analyze the financial involvement before any guarantees ever are given to anyone. Let's start from UK. If you want to travel to the UK today as a doctor, first things first, okay, you're going to prepare over months. You're going to buy the question papers that you need to practice, and you're going to register for PLAB 1, and you sit the exam and hope you pass. If you fail, you will register again. Let's imagine that you passed the first time, okay? About maybe 300-400, I'm not sure what the exchange rate is now to the pound. It used to be around 200 and something K years back. Now it may even be up to 400 or 500K. Let's put it at 400K. Now you register for PLAB 2. Let's assume PLAB 2 is another 600K. Okay, let's just call it 600K, so it's #1 million now. And then you apply for your visa, your bank details. Meanwhile, you're going to stretch yourself to the limit to maintain your bank statement for a period of 6 months or so, leading up to when you're applying for your visa. Okay. And then you're not spending, you're calculating everything coming in and going out, and you're trying to be very exact so that your statement of account is going to rhyme. And after all of that, you get the visa. Then you're going for PLAB 2, right? Now you fly to the UK. Let's call it 1.2 M flight ticket. You lodge somewhere. Let's just be nice. Let's call it 500K. It's unlikely. So let's just call it 500K. Or let's be more realistic. Okay, let's just call it 500K. Whatever. Then you're going to eat and transport while you're in the UK and all that. Let's call it another 500K. So remember, we had 1.2 for flight, 400 for PLAB 1, 600 for PLAB 2. That's 2.2. 5, right? Yes. 500 for accommodation, 2.7, 500 for feeding and logistics and all that. That is 3.2. Then flight back is another 1 million. That's after 1 month plus of staying in the UK just to write the exam. So we are talking 4-point-something million. So in essence, you're spending close to 4 to 5 M just to write the exam. Now you come and start applying for jobs, and you spend all your energy and time applying for jobs, applying for hundreds and hundreds of jobs, the people that call, the people that don't call you, and you finally get a job. Now, before you even started applying for jobs, you've spent almost 5 million naira. And you're doing this from the same Nigerian salary that you say is not high enough. Let's talk about Oman. You want to go to Oman, you first write the OMSB Pearson VUE exam. That exam now is about $220 or so USD. So we are talking close to 300 to 400K. Okay. Now you do your data flow, might take you around 5 to 600K. Let's just say 500K. So 4 plus 5 is 9. Then you do all the verifications that you need to do, and all that. Now, if you're a specialist, of course, this cost goes higher than that. It becomes more expensive because you're going to verify more experience letters. You're going to verify your primary degree or maybe your specialist degree, additional qualifications, all of those postgraduate qualifications, right? And that increases the money too. So by and large, by the time you want to write your Viva, you spend another 450K. Let's say 400K, because it's 100 Omani Riyal. Let's assume you got it straightforward, and you got it you already got a job before you apply for the Viva. So if you try to do the Viva by yourself, you know how we do it, it can cost you about #1 million. And that is before any guarantees even come. If you did it without, if you got a job before you applied for the Viva, you're spending 400 to 600 plus 300 to 400. We are talking around 1 million, okay? Plus every other thing. You have to travel for the Pearson VUE and all that. You're talking 1.2, 1.3 million minimum. Now, if you did it before getting a job, your Viva, you're spending around nearly 2 million naira. Let's talk Saudi. You're a medical officer, basic requirements, everything. Before they even talk to you, I don't know how much it is now. Back in the days, it was 3 million start. Yes, it was guaranteed job, but you had to cough up the 3 million upfront. And how many people had it? How many people even have it? Okay, US and Canada is completely out of the radar, because those ones, your money is even not even the issue here. You can have all your money and they will still play you. Okay, by the time you go through the entire US process, step 1 to whatever, and then for Canada you have to first get the PR and all of the issues, the months that pass. But you have been doing all these things to relocate and you're still in Nigeria. And currently, many of these things I just mentioned now, it's not even like they are there staring at you. And then someone comes to you and tells you, hello, even though you do not know, there is a country we have been overlooking for so many years. Many people don't even know about this. In this country, you're not going to write any licensing exam to practice, whether before or after you get a job. You're not writing any exam at all. You're not paying anything. You're not going to spend anything until you get a job. First thing you do is to just begin to send your CVs and make the applications to the organizations in that and the hospitals in that country. And it's legit. And it is only after you get a job that your visa and other things start being processed, and that is, you will not even incur most of the expenses because the employers handle many of them. But they can push over some to you here and there, and there are very little expenses. In all, you may not spend up to 1 million naira. And you already guaranteed a job before you started spending. Now, you did not spend anything to get the job. And someone tells you, I have this information, I've prepared a course, I've prepared something, I've productized this, I've given you everything you need to succeed in this country, in this papa way. I've given you the explanations, everything. I arranged it in a course. The course is priced at 216,000 naira. This is not a job, but now you know something you didn't know before. That's 1. 2, now I'm giving you all the resources you need to give you the best chance at getting these positions. Okay? And then he tells you, you know what? I'm going to give you 50% discount. It doesn't matter. Pay 108,000, get access to this, get all the resources you need, begin to apply for these jobs. Now, there's no guarantee you're going to get the jobs because I'm not the employer, but the jobs are there. You apply for them and see if they take you or not. Just pay 100K, 108K. Don't leave your house. Don't go anywhere. For the next 7 days, the promo is still on. Get access to it. Do what you have to do. Send in the applications, and even to make it even juicier, the biggest employer in the country is currently recruiting doctors. This is for doctors specifically, and you can just go and submit your own application before you even start sending to other people. Someone tells you pay 108K, and you think you need to consult the FA in your village before you make that decision. 108K, as far as I'm concerned, in the grand scheme of things, is nothing to you if you truly want to relocate. But if you can't risk 108K, I still wonder what else you can risk. What else can you risk? Nothing is easy in this world. And so if this is your position, if this is how you're processing this, what's the risk? The worst thing that can happen in this whole conversation for this country that I'm presenting to you guys is that you will lose 108K. I mean, you will pay this money, you will apply for all the jobs, and you don't get any job. And at the end of it, you lose 108K. Hello, what fraction of your salary is that? What fraction of your net worth is that? Now, even if you lose it, is it going to disrupt your entire existence? No, I've seen people lose millions of naira trying to relocate. And you're presented with an opportunity that you only lose if you're going to lose, if you will, because I can't promise that you must be hired, right? Because I don't own the jobs. I don't have a deal with anyone, right? But what if you win? What if you're hired? What if you get the job? And for 108K, you just close that deal. That's how to assess opportunities, my brothers. That's how to assess opportunities. And you know what is going to happen? Because nothing is ever a secret forever, right? So it's not even a secret today. It's just that many people, or most people, don't know. I am shining the light. There's something called blue ocean in business. It's called blue ocean strategies in business. So it means finding markets that people are not yet aware of and gaining from it. That is business, right? So for me, it's a blue ocean. And what is going to happen the moment we open the doors is that in a matter of time, in trickles, everybody will get aware. And by the time you know it, you are now competing with the whole world, with thousands and thousands of people bombarding the place, and your application is worth nothing. So I'm saying, come in now, take advantage of the relative ignorance in the atmosphere, put in your application discreetly, and be considered before the deluge comes. The deluge is going to come. I might even be the one to announce it. I might even be the one to reveal it. But it doesn't matter how it gets revealed. I really don't care much. Most likely by the people that are in the course already. It doesn't matter, really. My job as a business person is to pivot and move to another direction and figure out how to still profit from it and all that, right? Or from another completely different pathway. And I'm already processing what's going to happen when this gets out, when we are done. That's it. So, but what is it worth to your life? What is 108K worth to your life that you cannot join this first group of few people that have access to this information? Maximize it. What's the worst thing that can happen? You lose 108,000 naira. And that's it. So it's not a life. It's not a cancer diagnosis. It is what it is. Okay? So guys, click on the link, join the International Healthcare Opportunities Hub. And even beyond this, I've promised you so many things. You can read it in the link below, from the link below in the description. I've promised a whole lot of packages that I've given to you in addition to this, just this information. And not just the information. I have packaged a course. You don't even need to do anything. Just log in, listen to the course, a few hours, begin to apply, pam, and you're done. And you've maximized it. And then you wait. Make some phone calls here and there, and you move on with your life. Okay? So stop making this look like rocket science. It's as simple as it sounds. Go ahead and pay. Join the group. If you're having issues paying from the link, pay with direct transfer. We'll receive it and add you manually to the group. I am fast tracking the launching because I want people to benefit from a certain opportunity that is currently ongoing. Okay? And so join now. Stop wasting time. Okay, bye-bye.